All right, it is time for another wellness conversation. Now, we have someone that I feel so special to talk about because she's close to my heart. We've been having a very brilliant conversation just before we got on. Now, she is a physical and therapist and model with a passion for excellence. We have Dr. Mufti Jokomba. Now, it's a pleasure to have you on the show again. How you doing?
Thank you for having me again, Edgar. Wow.
I know you're well. You're a
always
physical
well.
therapist. You have to be well. You always have to
It
be
is
well.
the wellness segment, so
Well,
yes.
Well, well. All right. Now I remember that you gave me this exercise. You told me about the exercise to do when we were on the show together. You're like, make sure that you keep turning your neck
Have
this
you
way.
been doing it?
Yeah, I have been. As a matter of fact, I've added an extra one.
Okay.
So it's the one for the mouth. I don't know if you've
Okay.
seen it. So let me show you. It's like the.
I didn't tell him to do that one.
Yeah.
I don't know where you got that one
Uh-huh.
from. Let's not.
No,
What is it doing?
the muscle. The
Which
muscle
muscle?
here.
Which one?
You know we have muscles around
We have
them.
multiple muscles.
Okay, cool. All right. All right. Now, the topic today is aging and nutrition.
Right.
Now, so the first question I have is, can food and movement reduce the way we age in a certain way?
Absolutely. Because our body is essentially a collection of meat, for lack of a better word. How do we help us maintain that meat? By doing exercise to make us stronger and by eating to kind of help us support that. Because there's something called sarcopenia, which
Okay.
is age-related muscle loss as we get older. It's a natural process. We can't help it.
Okay.
But how do we kind of subject that? Exercise, nutrition.
All right, cool. So it's basically what we eat and what we do. All right. So is there I just want to ask based on curiosity, your experience.
Okay.
Are there meals that we eat in Nigeria, in our families that we shouldn't be eating? Are there things we shouldn't be eating that we always eat?
I wouldn't say that we shouldn't be eating because we eat the Nigerian diet consists of so many like healthy things that we need, like our antioxidants, our protein, all that fun stuff. Unfortunately, our problem is oversabi.
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 All right.
We do too much. We
Okay.
use a little bit too much than we should be using,
Okay.
and that's where we need to find our balance.
So the thing is that, yeah, I totally agree. But the thing is that some of us
Yeah.
actually eat, we reserve the food. We know how we do it in our stomach. For example, if I go to a party and then there is like buffet and they say serve yourself and I have to taste everything, you understand?
Okay.
So when I take everything,
Right.
there's a way I would eat it that some I would keep some for
For
later
your
in the
stomach.
evening. Yes.
I don't think that's how that works.
So how does it work?
I think, for example, if you're in a buffet, you probably just eat a little bit of everything, small. It's still the same amounts that you put in your stomach. Your stomach doesn't have backup reserve.
All right.
I don't.
Now, that's a very interesting point. Growing up, when you're a young guy or young lady, you always hear take a lot of water, take a lot of water. But as you get older, I realize that most of our parents, they would always say they're hydrated and, they always take a little amount of water. Why is that? Why do older people take little amounts of water and then younger people take more water? How does that work?
Funny enough, older people should be taking more water.
More water, yeah?
Absolutely. But biology and science has shown that as we get older, the need for thirst reduces. That's just biology and how that happens. But it's the direct opposite because as you get older, your joint lubrication reduces, joint health, things like that. So we need more hydration to help us keep our joints and our body lubricated. So you might not feel thirstier as you get older, but you should definitely be drinking more water.
All right, when we started the show, TD said that the best or the most important part of the meal is breakfast. And I was trying to explain to her that it's all about the ratio that you can afford. Some
Right.
some people cannot afford breakfast, they can afford lunch.
Right.
Some cannot afford lunch, they only wait till dinner. You understand? Some people do 1-0-1, 1.
You
Do you know the food ratio thing?
You balance it here and there, here
So
and there.
the balance diet is actually how you eat it, not the
Right.
one you actually eat. So I was just going to ask here, based on your experience,
Okay.
if you could only afford one meal a day, when is the best time to have that meal? Breakfast, lunch, or dinner?
I say, because breakfast for each person is different, right? Like if I wake up at 12 and I'm eating at 1, am I eating breakfast or am I eating lunch?
Yeah.
So that's like a little factor there. But I think it's just a matter of trying to get food in your body earlier on to fuel you throughout the day.
Yeah.
And that's why breakfast is usually seen as the most important because when you eat it, you have energy to take you throughout your day before you can eat another thing. But
Yeah.
trying to eat, I would say ideally within the first 3 hours of
Yeah.
waking up, if that's your only option.
So what is the right meal? Like, how do we really classify what a meal is? I'll tell you why. I was in the UK in February, and we had this crazy rehearsal for like 4 hours, theater practice. We were rehearsing, and then the theater told us that they had lunch for us.
Okay.
And we were excited because we were hungry. I was in the UK again, I think it was somewhere in Manchester. And they brought burger. And
Okay.
they bought burger and soft drink. So I thought it was snack. You know, so I was like, okay, the lunch will still
come later.
Let me just quickly take this one.
Something light.
Yeah,
something
just
light.
something. I was still expecting, of course, not pounded yam or, jollof rice. But I was saying that, okay, once I finish this, the actual lunch would come. Only for me to now find out that the burger is the lunch. Now, in Nigeria, burger is snack. We don't classify burger as lunch. So please correct me. Yes, now, because burger, if I get burger for my parents and I say, okay, this is your lunch, the way they would look at me like, is something wrong with me? Look and turn the bar for me.
Hey, good.
So please, how do we really classify food these days? Can I actually take burger as lunch as a meal? Is that appropriate? And does it help in the aging of ones? Does it help, does it help you feel better in any way?
Right. I feel as though a meal constitutes of whatever you put in it, right? It's never like what the food is. Do you have protein? Yes. Do you have some sort of carbs? Yes. Do you have some sort of vegetable or fruit or like dairy? Yes. If you have all the components you need, doesn't really matter what it is. I mean, our Nigerian parents would prefer eba and this and that.
I think pounded yam. Pounded yam is this.
What's going on with you at pounded yam?
See, to be honest with you, I feel like pounded yam is one meal that you can take in the morning and you are sure that you wouldn't be hungry in the afternoon or evening.
Because it's so heavy.
Yes, it is.
But that can also just tire you out and just have you done for the rest of the day.
Well, it depends on the soup that you take.
It depends on the soup.
It depends on the soup. Some soup will put you in soup. This is what I did there. Some soup will put you in soup. It all depends on the soup. All right, let's talk a little bit about aging when it comes to exercise. So I think, like you mentioned, it's very important that you have a couple of, take exercises as seriously as possible. But again, for those that cannot attend, go to the gym, what are some simple exercises that we can try at home that we can easily do to just live better?
So I like to do some incorporate.
Can we try something here?
Absolutely.
Can we try something here together?
Right here, right now?
Tell me, show me something.
So we can do some squats, which is by far my favorite. You have to stand.
I have to stand?
You have to stand.
All right, cool. I have to stand. All right, let's go. I'm ready.
Okay,
I'm ready.
You're going to go into a squat.
Okay.
One movement we do every day is just we sit in a chair. This is literally a squat.
All right.
Right? But it's just about being conscious about it. Consciously activating your muscles, activating your core. So like
you sit,
just standing and sitting down.
Just stand.
And sit down.
And then you sit.
You do that like 15 times in a row.
Okay, 1, 2.
You're moving so fast.
Yes, my leg is ready. I can do 5. I'll do the remaining 10 at home.
I got you. I believe in you.
1, 2, 3.
The way you do it
4,
also matters.
5.
I'll
do the remaining 10 at home.
How are your legs feeling?
They are shaking.
It's a little.
They want to dance.
You know.
I have to control it. Hey, that was good. So sitting is good. What else?
Standing and sitting. While you're doing things like brushing your teeth, instead of just standing in one place and brushing your teeth, pace around your bathroom, pace around your house. Get those steps in. Like, you know how they say you want to do 10,000 steps, 16, whatever amount of steps.
Yeah.
Finding things to like incorporate into your daily life as you're doing things you would normally do every day anyway.
And also, what about sleeping early? Like having good amounts of sleep or rest?
Sleep is definitely very, very good for you. It depends on the individual. Some people can function on 5 hours, some people can function on 7 hours. There's the ideal you want to get 7.5 hours or 8 hours. Not everyone can afford that. Not everyone's brain really needs to function on that amount of sleep.
Okay.
So just finding what balance works for you. I personally feel as though your circadian rhythm is what's most important, meaning sleeping at night and being awake when the sun is out. It helps you regulate so many functions in your body that it's ridiculous. Just sleep at night and be up during the day. All
right, cool. What about water? Some people say you need to take at least 8 cups.
8 glasses, yeah.
8 glasses of water. What's the measurement for this glass?
Because I think it's like 16 ounces, I believe.
Okay. That is like if half sachet water.
Yeah, you could say like the bag.
A full bag?
Yeah, I'm gonna say maybe like half to a full bag, because when you pour it into a cup, it's ideally probably like this much. So
like 8 sachet of pure water. What we call
if you could, ideally, is the goal. And you spread it out.
I need to do better. I really need to do better.
We all do. We could all do a little better.
Yeah, with water, yes.
Try to get it first thing in the morning. Try to get it in between your meals and as you're going on through the day. And I think you'll get what you need.
What is one advice you would give to any young person out there who wants to live better. They can't really afford so much, you know, vegetables and all the rest, but they just want to have a good life, you know, and live better. What advice would you give the person?
I'll say to start where you are. Now, you might not have the resources, like you can't afford the gym or you can't afford like blueberries, because blueberries are a great brain food. You want to age better with
So blueberries?
Yes, so things like blueberries, avocados, they're amazing brain health. They help you with your memory. They help you just stay active and alert all day, but it might be a little bit on the expensive side. But
yes.
you can do things like avocados aren't expensive as blueberries, but they have the same effects. Things like hibiscus, zobo, amazing source of antioxidants, amazing source of vitamins.
Zobo?
Yeah.
Wow, I never knew that. So it's good to have like zobo in the house from time to time?
You really want to, because it's an amazing source of antioxidants and it's an amazing source of vitamins, vitamin B12. Like, it has so many goodness in it that we don't even realize. We're just drinking it for fun.
Yeah,
but there are things that are like really beneficial to us. Plantain as well.
Oh, nice.
Amazing. I mean, I'm a little impartial.
I could tell the way you were smiling. Like, what's your favorite food, by the way?
Fried plantain. I'm a dodo gang, dodo girl.
Fried
forever.
plantain?
Just don't put anything else.
But you said that too much of frying isn't good.
Like I said, moderation. Right?
I can perceive
just
the partial.
small oils. I mean, like I said, I'm a little impartial to dodo.
Yeah.
Sue me. I'm sorry.
all right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for being on the show.
Me.
There's always a lot to learn whenever you're around. I'm sure I'll probably just, you know, continue this. We'll continue the conversation after, because
Absolutely.
I need to add some weight. You know, we'll talk about that one. That's another topic for another day.
Another day.
You see. All right. The show isn't over. We're taking you to the kitchen. We have something special for you in the kitchen. It's Yamarita. So Narita, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
All right, we have something special for you in the kitchen.
Okay.
And you know, you're a therapist, and this will be good, because we're talking about food aging, right?
It's been smelling good this whole time.
Yes. All right. So we'll go into the kitchen at this point. Let's see what's happening in the kitchen, and let's have a good taste of the food together, shall we?
All right.
All right. Do not go anywhere. The show continues. We're going to the kitchen right now. Let's have a good time. You know, I'm going to do the 5 again. 1, 2, 3.
Do it.
4, 5.